Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White. Welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a really fun get ready with me, and we are going to be using all of my Holy Grail products. So I had a request from a subscriber. Thank you, Jodi. She had said, I would love to see a video where you use all of your Holy Grail products for each category. So today I have done exactly that. I have started with my favorite sunscreen to my favorite fragrance. These are all Holy Grail products that I would recommend to anyone. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look using all my Holy Grail products, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, we're gonna do a little Holy Grail kind of video, but I first thought you would get a little puppy break. You haven't seen Satchmo in a while. So here she is. We're gonna hope she's gonna be good during this filming. Yep, she still comes and keeps me attention and wreaks havoc on me trying to film. So we'll put her down. So today we are gonna start with pretty much my tried and true products that I reach for all the time. I do have a few new ones that have made their way into my Holy Grail status, but we're gonna start full face. I'm even gonna start with sunscreen. And yep, you guys, it has not budged. I still love my Holy Grail. This is the Glow Skin Beauty Solar Shade SPF 50. That is pretty much my favorite SPF ever, but I will say that the Color Science Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield in Glow has become my new mixer. So this one is quite glowy and beautiful, and I love to put just a teeny little bit in my Glow Skin Beauty. So we're gonna do that combination today. I would consider these like my two little Holy Grail. This is number one, always gonna be in my repertoire. This is my new mixer. Kind of like this is what I use to prime my face. So I often get asked about primers. I don't really use them. I use these. I take a full pump, and let's give this a little shake. And then I'm gonna put like just a little bit, you guys, just like that. And it is going to make a beautiful base for makeup. So I'm just gonna mix these together. And then we are going to put this all over my face. And I always forget to pull my hair back, but we'll make it work. Now, as you can see, the little white cast goes away. This just melts right into your skin. It does not feel heavy on the skin whatsoever, and it's gonna give me a little glowy base. So that is what I love. That is what I love about both of these. So my Glow Skin Beauty, you guys, super hydrating. It's very calming to the skin. My skin is one of these that is fussy. It just doesn't like a lot of sunscreens, and I tend to go with physical sunscreens because that is what works best for me and my skin type. So you guys, I have what I would consider dry, normal to dry skin, mature, gonna be 52 pretty darn soon. So these two products are top. Really enjoy those. Next we have foundation, and again, you guys, I just was going on and on. I have a lot of foundation that I really like, so we will do another video, but my go-to when in doubt kind of foundation is the Tom Ford Traceless Stick Foundation. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, This has probably been in my top holy grail for years now, but it's just one of those, I don't have to think about it. It's easy. I can kind of put it on lightly and sheer it out, or I can build it up for a more full coverage look without ever looking like I have makeup on my skin. When it says traceless, that's the beauty of this foundation, is it really does mesh into the skin and it just wears beautifully. I'm also someone who loves a good stick foundation. Now, I still do not know if I have found the perfect color from Tom Ford, but I'm going to be using my bisque, which I use usually more in the summer months. And what I do is I literally just bring this just like this, and so easy. Then another holy grail is my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Complexion Brush. You guys, I have about 5 of these now, and I just really truly love this as far as putting on foundation. It has been my favorite kind of foundation brush so far, and I just find them easy. They buff into my skin, and I'm just gonna buff this right into my skin. And you can also use this as concealer as well. Like if you're traveling, you can definitely use that. And I just take a little bit of the warmth of my hands and I kind of push that into the skin so that it really kind of meshes in. So you guys, it just gives me coverage. I can add more, I can sheer it out. It just is one of my favorite products ever. And while we're letting that kind of sink in, one thing I forgot to use is, I don't talk about these a lot, but I literally use the Dior. This is the Lip Maximizer. This is what I use every single day while I'm putting my makeup on. I use this as the base, and it just gives my lips kind of hydration. It'll give me a slight plumpingness to my smaller lips, and I tend to use them every day just to kind of prime my lips for lipstick and such. I also use these on their own as lip gloss, but these have been repeat purchases. I literally do not know how many I've gone through. I have several different colors. I believe this is Desert Beige, but anyways, that is what I'm gonna put on my lips to kind of prep them up for the day. Now, for concealer, I ended up picking out the Giorgio Armani. This is the Luminous Silk Concealer. This is in shade 4.5, and I truly do love this concealer. I'm not a huge concealer fan. I just find that it kind of emphasizes my wrinkles, but it is a necessary evil to kind of get rid of the darkness. I love this all over my face as well. So this is a one-stop shop. If I were to travel, I could just take this and be completely fine. I'm going to use just a little bit here. It has a really nice thinner consistency and a little bit of luminosity. So start with putting it underneath my eyes, and I just like to use my little ring finger here or a wet little sponge. And you guys, I like to just take this and I kind of pat it down, kind of down to the top of my cheekbone. Then I'm going to kind of pull it up, trying to create a little lift underneath my eyes. And then I'll take whatever's left and just sort of put it over in my little wrinkle area there. Starting to get a little bit of freckles from the sun. Just gonna put just a little highlighting on. I tend to just do my nose just a little bit through the midline. And then I will take this brush and I will just kind of dab this in for a little extra coverage. And then I tend to get a little bit red on my cheeks, so if I want to, I can always just take whatever the excess is and just sort of dab that there. And you can totally skip the concealer. This is just, you want to conceal where you have a little bit of redness or darkness. Then for powder, I have a lot of powders, you guys, but I picked a loose powder to kind of set my face and makeup with, and I went with my Sicily. This is the Fito Pudra Libra, and I have this one in Rose Orient. It's basically a translucent powder, but it's got a little touch of rose in it, a little pinkness that will kind of make sure that you takes away any sort of dullness. So my favorite powder brush ever is this one from Sonia. It just is perfect for applying powder. I will kind of dab that off, and what I will do is I will just kind of use this very lightly. So this would be my favorite loose powder, and that is probably what I would say is my favorite loose powder. Okay, now for bronzer, this was a lot harder. I have a lot of bronzers that I really love, but I ended up picking out the Chantecaille. This is the Real Bronze in Goao, and I just love this one. This just, again, is going to melt into my skin. I know that it looks dark in the pan. This is a little bit more of a red toned bronzer, but I just love the way it kind of gives me a little bit more oomph and contrast and warms up the skin just really beautifully. My favorite brush, I have two favorite bronzer brushes that I often pull out. One is my oldie but goodie. My dog got a hold of this, so I actually probably need to replace it. This is the Giorgio Armani sculpting brush. I just love this, handheld, super soft. Just think it is a fabulous brush. I also love the Sonia G. This is the Sculpt One, best ever kind of bronzer brush. Again, if you want a little bit more detail. So we will use this guy here on one side, and it picks up just the perfect amount of product, and we're just going to put a little bit of this bronzer on. I like to bring it up kind of that C, so starting here, and then I come here and then down underneath my jawline. Don't worry, we're gonna blend everything out. Then I'll use this guy on the other side. So if you're in between these brushes, we're just going to take a little. And I'm just going to put it around the nose. So don't worry, we'll blend everything in so it doesn't seem quite as harsh. But we're warming up the skin just a little bit. Okay, so now you can see I'm becoming a little bit more bronzed, loving that. Then for blush, I ended up picking up one of the new ones that is my favorite, and that is from Dior. This is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush. This one looks kind of scary in the pan, but I have to tell you, it just gives you the most beautiful little flush, kind of, again, kind of adapts to your skin and your skin tone, and I just love it. So I love, for blush, the Repher number 4, one of my favorite blush brushes, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on, starting on the apples of my cheeks. And as you can see, you guys, it's not gonna look scary. It just is so pretty, and I just feel like it gives my skin kind of a little lift. Blush can do amazing things to make you look like you've had 8 hours of sleep. So just put this beautiful guy on. we've got the complexion a little bit more lively. And then for Holy Grail kind of eye products, I ended up picking out a quad since I am a quad girl. And I really went through my stash and kind of picked out the one that is my go-to. So when in doubt, what am I going to pick out? I am going to go for the Chanel. And this is from the Blurry series, and this is Blurry Gray. And you guys, it is just like your classic kind of neutral palette, very well loved. This is just gonna always create sort of a basic, sophisticated eye. So this is just one that I'm always gonna pull out, so I did want to mention it. And what I like to do is I usually start with this guy over here. I don't always use all the products here. I am going to be using another Holy Grail product for me, and these are the blender shader brushes. These are from Chanel. You often see me use these brushes in my video. They're just sort of an easy go-to kind of brush. Again, I love all of my Wayne Goss brushes, my Sonia G, but these are just ones when in doubt, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these. So I'm gonna start by putting this color on. We're gonna create a nice little crease shade here. Just a nice little wash of color. We're kind of just creating a day-to-day smoky eye look. Then I'm going to go into this darker gray tone over here, and I'm just using the other side of this brush, and I'm going to go ahead and create a little deeper V here. And then this is flat edged, and so I just take that and I start to just carve out a little bit deeper of a crease. And these blend beautifully, so it's not going to look super heavy at the end. Don't worry, we're going to blend everything. Then I'm going to take this Wayne Goss. This is from his new artist collection. And yes, I do really love this kind of as my favorite blender brush. And then I just take this. This is a natural hair brush, and it just works beautifully at sort of softening the edges. It feels so soft and wonderful. The handle is fantastic, and I just find that I can really get in there. It has a really fine tip at the top, and so I can really get in right at that crease and soften that edge. Now, I was asked if you can pick up product with these brushes because they are so soft and natural, and you guys are right. You definitely can pick up product. I've been kind of using them as a more of a really nice blender brush, as a really nice way to kind of fine-tune my eye looks, but you can pick up product with these. I just tend to use these to really fine-tune where I want eyeshadow. Okay, so we've kind of got this smoky base going on, but don't worry. Now we're gonna lighten it up with this shade, and I'm gonna use the Wrapper #1. It is a kind of flat-edged kind of brush here. It is a flat-edged kind of brush. I just love that for placing product on my lid. So I am going to place this, and I just love this color. There's a little bit of a patina to it, so it's going to lighten up the eyes, and then I go in with my smudger definer. Again, this is from Chanel, and I'm going to go into the finer lined side, and I go into this darker color. This is sort of a gray brown, and I'm going to go close to the lash line as well as underneath my eyes. So I'm just going to come and create a little smudge here. So my favorite sort of Pencil Pro brush is the Repher number 3. It is just fantastic. It's a little bit smaller than the Sonia G Pencil Pro, so it works fantastic for eyeliner. And I just use this, darken this up. You can also wet it, and then I'm just gonna come underneath and create a soft lash. Gonna come underneath and create a little bit of shadow underneath my eyes. You could leave your eye look just like that. If you are not an eyeliner person, then you're just gonna go on and put on mascara. But my favorite eyeliners ever, you guys, I have a lot of them, are the Chanel L'Estilo U. Those are my tried and true favorite ever eyeliners. And then I would say my top 3 eye colors that I could use with this look would be, so then I would have to tell you my top 3 colors that I use the most out of all my Stilo U's are going to be purple chalk. Love that. I have hazel eyes, so anything with a little bit of purple tinge is going to bring those out. I also love marine, which is a blue, and I again think that helps pop my eyes a little bit, makes them a little bit brighter. And then we've got brune agape, which is my favorite brown ever. This one is more of a chestnut brown. It is just fantastic, and I absolutely love brune agape. So today I think we'll go with marine because I don't know if I have used that a lot on camera. And marine, you guys, just always makes me feel like my eyes brighten up a little bit with this blue. So this is the color of marine. And then I'm going to line close to my lash line just a little bit here. These are just so easy to use. They stay on your eyes, they're waterproof, and I just love them. They also do have a little sharpener at the bottom, so I think a lot of people forget that part, but they have a little sharpener so that you can sharpen this. It is a twist up just like that, but if you want it a little bit finer, be sure to remember the little sharpener there. And I just think it gives my eyes a little bit of a pop, and for some reason I feel like it makes the whites a little bit whiter. I could be wrong. Okay. So favorite brow product, as many of you know, my daughter is the brow queen, and she often cleans up my brows for me, but I only have a year of that left, so I need to learn how to do it myself. We both think that the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in 3.5 is the most amazing color. It's kind of a neutral brown, and we just love this product so much. So we've tried a bunch of different ones, but this is our favorite so far. So you guys, I'm not great at brows, but I will attempt to just show you. For me, I am classically missing kind of the tail end, so I just tend to brush my brows up a little bit, and again, I need to get them waxed. I have not done that yet since we have reopened. So I am going to just fill them in just a Then for mascara, you guys will not be surprised. My favorite Holy Grail mascara is from Chantecaille. This is the Faux Seal's longest lash mascara. Yes, it is $72, very expensive, but I'm pretty loyal to it because I had embarked on getting lash extensions a couple years back. Needless to say, they kind of ruined my lashes, and when I decided I didn't want to wear them anymore, this mascara was what really saved the day. So I just love it. I think it's worth every penny. I usually buy this when it is on sale with a Nordstrom note or when they're doing mascara madness. So I personally love it. It has kind of a classic brush, and it's got some peptides in there that really help your lashes grow, and I know for a fact that they actually do because mine were just totally almost non-existent, and I have been using this for the last few years, and I just feel like it gives my lashes just some length, some volume, and I can feel good about that, knowing that it is helping them grow throughout the day. So just gonna put this guy on. Let's put on highlighter, and for highlighter I ended up picking out this guy. This is the Westman Atelier Peau de Pêche. As you can see, this is super well loved, and it is one of my favorite sort of natural kind of highlighters. It's just a little bit peachy bronzy. It looks so natural on the skin, and again, it's gonna, because it is a cream product, it is going to melt right into that skin. So we are getting a little bit bronzy here, and I just use my finger, and we'll just put it up on the tops of my cheekbones, and I just find that this gives my skin a little bit of life, but it just melts into your skin so beautifully. I was kind of on the fence as to sharing RMS Living Luminizer is another one of my favorite kind of like real skin kind of highlighters. I just think it's gorgeous. And the reason I pulled this out is that I will often use it as bronzer. I can use it on my eyes. It's highlighter. You can put it on your lips. It's really a gorgeous kind of multi-purpose kind of product. Just fantastic. I have a ton of lip products that I love, so I just was kind of going with my classic favorite nude. And one product that I use all the time, and I don't know if I have talked about this, but this is the Jodi Aryal Suede Lips in Big Apple. So I like to use this, as you can see, as my lip liner. It is like the perfect color, and what I will do is I will use that as my kind of lip liner or base. So it is like just the perfect shade. It's a shade up from my lip tone, but it'll give me a little bit of oomph. And you guys, I wear this on my own often. This is what's in my purse. Just a really great color. The Big Apple, love this. I kind of went through a whole Jodi Aryal kind of phase before, and that is one of the products that has stuck with me. Then I will use my favorite nude, and that is from Chantecaille. This is the Lip Veil in Honey Pot. And you guys, I am down to the itty bitty nub, so I thought I would pull this one out because this is another one of my most worn lipsticks. I love the veils. I love the lip veil because it gives you a little bit of shine, not too much shine. It's a little bit of a hybrid. These are super comfortable on the lips. Honey Pot is just like my perfect nude. This is kind of your pink beige nude. I just find it to be super wearable. So many of you have told me that you have also purchased this and love it just as much as I do. So this would be something I'm almost literally down to the nub here, and I would definitely repurchase. And then final step is going to be using the Sicily Vito Touche Bronzer along with the La Mer powder brush. This, you guys, is worth every single penny. I would use this every single day. I love it. And this tip comes from Jenny. She taught me this trick, I don't know, was it a year ago? I'm not quite sure, but using this as your finishing powder to give yourself just a nice little glow. So I will take that and kind of really take some time to blend everything in. And you guys will see it just gives you a nice little glow. It's not overly bronzy. So it is not overly bronzy. It just is going to give you a nice pretty glow. Yes, I do use this as bronzer as well, but I find that the contrast between these two is really nice. This gives me a little bit more of a contrast on my cheeks, and then this one is just like your perfect all over glow. You can see I use this all the time, and just a holy grail kind of product. Okay guys, I think we've got enough makeup on my face. I was gonna go ahead and end with a fragrance of the day that is a holy grail. It is almost my birthday. As I've mentioned a few different times, my sisters and I exchange perfumes with each other or give each other perfumes, and I have a fresh new bottle of the Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is Baccarat 540. I have worn this for years. I have had both the original Eau de Parfum and the extrait versions of this, and I have to say this is one that I just go back to. I kind of go through phases where I just love it so much and have to wear it. So I'm gonna give myself, you guys, 2 squirts is about all you need with this guy. I find that if you do a lot more than that, I think you might regret it. It does have sort of a strong presence to it, but it dries down so beautifully. So if you have yet to smell this lovely, this is going to be described as sort of a woody, amber, warm and fresh, spicy fragrance, which I know, what exactly does that mean? To me, it has got sort of a burnt caramel smell to it. I'm not totally into those kind of high sugary scents, and when I first smelled this I was like, I'm not so sure about this, and then the dry down happened and I was like addicted to it. This is an intoxicating fragrance that I love, that I will always have in my repertoire. This is one that I kind of go through phases of wearing, but needed to include this since this has been a repeat purchase as well as a new birthday gift from my sister. So I wanted to say thank you, because guess what? I'm on a tear. I've been wearing this non-stop lately. So thank you, thank you. So you guys, this is the final look using all of my favorite Holy Grail products. As I said, I am a makeup enthusiast. I have many favorites out there. I could do a whole other Holy Grail video for you if you want, but these are my top of the top, kind of most worn, most used products from top of the face to scent. So I hope you enjoyed this, Jodi. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for the idea. And again, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll be back with another video soon.